Posey Gloves here, and today we are checking out Myth Rhythm. It is a series of samples, basically like a bunch of drum kits. And they've been wrapped in this editor. It's another instrument from Ocean Swift, and each sample has its own, modulation. You can pick the sample, alter things about the sample. You can bring your own samples in if you want to. You can add effects to the sample, stuff that we've seen implemented in their other instruments. And there's also some pretty deep integration with the Native Instruments hardware. So if you own that, it's really easy to set up. You're going to spend most of your time looking through the snapshots. So if you're in the classic view like I am, it's going to be right here. The snapshots are, I think, in the browser now on the other view. And if you click down, you have all these different kits. And some of them are quite interesting. Like we've got animals. Yeah, here's cutlery. DSP dots. And then, of course, you have your more standard stuff. Like here's drum and percussion. And let's try out the drag and drop real quick. Let's say I want this hat. Put it in. And it's that fast. So if you want to use your own samples and add something in, maybe you like most of the things, but there's something you don't like, you can do that. So let's sequence something really quick. Here's the deep techno. Oh, this is nice. Okay, let's get a bit of a groove going. Accented hats, maybe we could lose these. Okay, clap down. All right, so we've got our drums. We're going to have this go 4 times. We are going to add a new pattern and go for some of these chords. Ooh, yeah, we'll start out with that. And that one in right there. Okay, we are going to now add in another layer. So I'm going to clone this. On this one, let's go for perk and that one. Oh, guns? I don't know if we want guns. Yeah, maybe not guns. Let's look at guns too. Yeah, let's stay away from guns. Let's go for ambient isolation. Yeah. We're looking there. On these, I'd like to bring a filter in on some of these. What's the first one that we hit? This D, this one. There is a filter here. It's on filter vowel. If I choose just a low pass and bring this down. Oh, that almost works better. The vowel filter is more important than I realized. All right, let's add another one. So let's go over these sound kits. We've got like bells. The cells, by the way, you can copy and paste with the cells, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure I want to stick to bells. Let's look for some more. There's some interesting like train station style things.
Spandau, Warschauer Straße, Treptower Park.
Yeah, there you go. Let's maybe, you know what? Maybe we go with these. Let's go over to the effects, bring the delay.
York.
We're gonna bring up the send on the front.
Spandau.
And we're also gonna bring up the reverb send. And on these effects, let's find
Yorkstraße. York. Spandau.
Yeah, that's fine. And we will also bring up a verb. If you watch, there's an in-depth video from the developer, and it's from like a public transportation system, I guess, that he uses.
Spannend.
I was gonna say, just I got no clue what it's saying. So we're just gonna put down a word every 4 bars. Mess with the filter. And on this one, let's also bring in a filter. Who knows? We're going somewhere, some train station. Let's grab one more like drum library, or we've got these selection kicks we've barely looked at. These like specialize in specific types of drums. Let's go ahead and look at the kick section. And then on here, let's go to the sample that we're using. F6 is what we settled on. We're gonna turn on the amp envelope, turn the hold off. And just layer it in how we like. Here is their website. So this is currently on sale for 40 euros, usually 60 euros. You can see more of the presets here to get a bit of a vibe of everything this can do, because there are a lot of kits. And you can also see the kits used to create the session. Pretty straightforward instrument, honestly. I like the sounds. They're good sounds, inspiring to work with. You saw how quick it sort of came together. Yeah, the NKS thing is emphasized here. So yeah, if you have the hardware, it is a major consideration for Ocean Swift. Now, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you get the videos. I wish there was maybe a feature video closer to the top, so you could see things in action, like the different demos of some of the different kits. And there's also an overview video and a deep dive video here as well, if you're curious about any of the more nuanced features. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.